Hello and welcome to Sukwiki, where I take you around the world in few minutes. I am Sarah Owusu-Ansah, and today we begin with a very exciting story where Nigeria's military is getting a significant pay raise. And this is more than just a pay raise. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu approved salary increases of between 30 and 80% for about 250,000 military personnel effective September 1st, with junior ranked officers receiving the biggest boost. Now, why does this matter? For military families, it's a welcome development in welfare and purchasing power at a time when the cost of living remains high. Better pay could also improve morale, recruitment, and retention within the armed forces. But there's another side to the story. Higher personnel costs mean greater pressure on government finances. Taxpayers and investors will be watching closely to see whether this translates into improved security, because without measurable security gains, the fiscal burden could outweigh the benefits. Next, we move on to another story where the federal government is reshaping the Almajiri education system. A new policy bans Almajiri schools from sending children to beg on the streets while introducing literacy, digital skills, and vocational training. Learning centers will also be required to register and capture students' biometric data. The immediate beneficiaries are millions of vulnerable children who could gain access to broader educational and economic opportunities. For employers and the wider economy, the long-term opportunity is a more skilled workforce and greater social inclusion. The challenge, however, will be implementation. Success depends on adequate funding, effective monitoring, and the cooperation of religious as well as community leaders. Now we move on to South Korea, where a railway project is back on track, at least on paper. Seoul is reviving plans for a railway that could eventually reconnect South Korea with North Korea. While political tensions remain high, the move is a strategic signal that South Korea is planning beyond today's diplomacy. If relations improve, the railway could unlock trade, logistics, and regional investment opportunities across Northeast Asia. Until then, it remains a long-term bet with significant geopolitical risk. And finally, we move on to football, but with some sort of economic stake. Nigeria Super Falcons face Egypt today in a crucial Women's Africa Cup of Nations WAFCON group match. A victory keeps their hopes of an 11th continental title alive, but the impact goes beyond sports. Success on the pitch boosts the commercial value of women's football, attracts sponsorship, strengthens media rights, and inspires greater investment in female athletes. A disappointing campaign, however, could slow that momentum. But we wish the Super Falcons the very best today. And that's it on Sukwiki today. Thank you so much for joining us. Remember that you can follow us across all of our social media platforms, like, comment, and engage at Suk Digital. I am Sarah Owusu-Ansah. Have a beautiful Wednesday.